Hey YouTube, Mike here. Um, Today is June 10th, 2012. I just wanted to do a quick update. Um, by quick, none of mine are quick, sorry. But an update on where I am with my name change. This isn't going to be about physical changes, this is going to be about my mental preparation for and my job preparation for my name change. So, I've been wanting to change my name ever since, just ever since Mike was really. Mike is what is the name that my parents were going to give me at birth. Um, they thought I was going to be a male, and that was the name I was going to get. And so Michael Thomas is going to be my name. It is my name, but legally it's not. So that is where I'm going, and that is where I'm finally feeling, it is the right time. I just told my dad this weekend that I was on testosterone. And it was definitely a heart to heart conversation. He's a good man. He just came from a very conservative lifestyle, and he. It was the first time he said that he was proud of me, and I actually believed it because he was happy for me, and that was the first time I really felt that. So it was a really great start, to the weekend. Yeah, he said, we've come a long way just as a family with this. I used to be so distant from them because I was so insecure about who I was, and it was definitely a lot of my doing, but me feeling like they would never understand or accept it. It takes time. It's been 3 years, and I'm not going to say everything's perfect, but it's definitely headed in a great direction, and I know that this next step in my life, over the next couple weeks, maybe month or two, depending on how long the paperwork takes, my name change is happening. Um, the only person in my family who doesn't know is my grandma, but she's so sweet and loving, and she loves my partner. Um, so I think she'd be fine with it, but it's just one of those things, like, I don't want to confuse her or hurt her, so we'll get to that. But the main thing I wanted to talk about is my name change and what that means in terms of work. So I work for the federal government, and the reason why I haven't changed my name, first of all, my family wasn't ready, and that was a big part of it. But I would have pushed harder if I had had a different job. But my job, they paid for the government paid for part of my schooling and for me to become a mechanical engineer. Um, so what that means is they pay for each semester they pay for. I work 4 months. So for me, I was thinking very literally, like, this is what I came in as, my birth name, and that is who they are paying to go to school, and that's who they're paying to work there. So in my head, the contract could be legally voided if I were to change my name. That is what I thought, and I couldn't find information. I looked online, and it wasn't really an issue for a lot of people because people didn't bring it up. Or, I mean, trans people must have been in the government for, you know, tons of years, but it hadn't been something that to be raised, as a significant thing that needed to be addressed. So when I went in May of 2010 full time after I graduated from college, um, I looked up online and I couldn't find anything. So it's been 2 years. And I finally was like, you know what? I need to go in to HR. I have to. My therapist said, either you need to go into HR or get a new job. And since I'm still paying them back in terms of time, I don't actually have to pay them back. Um, I didn't want to lose my job. I thought that maybe I could lose my job because it wasn't my name, and I didn't want to pay them back. So, but because I'm on testosterone, 4 months, 3 weeks ish, it's time. I need to tell my work, my coworkers. I need that to be okay. I need to be able to go to work. That's the only part of my life that just isn't Mike. So that's the next step. And so I went into HR, not this past Thursday, but the Thursday before last, and I talked to the lady, and I was really nervous. She said that she thought that that's what it was because the way I addressed the questions, and I wanted to make sure it was confidential, so they didn't tell my boss, already. And yeah, it was, and I'm just more nervous than I needed to be. Um, but she said I wasn't the first one to come through the doors here. So I immediately felt a lot better because they've been through this before, and I know I'm still one of the first people to do that at my work, but it just felt good knowing that they already know some policies. So they're working with me. They're working with security and legal and making sure that everything's gonna be okay. Totally got my back, which is so awesome. I really didn't think it was gonna be that great. Like I didn't think that they would understand or work that well, with me, because we come from where I work is very conservative, and but this lady was like, yeah, I mean, I came from a different area of the country, and we're way more progressive than we are up here. So she's right there with me, and I feel really good about that. Um, so then the next step was I called security, and they told me what I needed to do to get my name changed and what I needed to bring in, which is a ton of paperwork. I mean, it is going to take forever. It's crazy. I have to do more paperwork to change my name at work than I do to actually change my name at the courthouse, which is crazy. But like I said, working on a base, they don't want people to. I mean, I totally understand that. It's a security issue, but it's weird that you can change your name legally easier than changing your name on a badge. Whatever. Um, but I just wanted to relay. So, oh, yeah, the big news is last year, May of 2011, um, the government, Obama, whoever, had somebody write up a new policy for federal government workers. Um, and it's awesome. It says that the federal government is to um, basically accept and be supportive of anybody, no matter the race, the color, gender, and inside gender is gender identity and pregnancy is in there. Well, but they opened it to that too now. Um, they also included um, you know sexual orientation. Did I say that? I don't know. But anyway, so now the policy's opened up to tons of different people, which is something that at least my base they weren't really up to date with. It was very like there were probably like 6 different things that were on there. So it's like if you were harassed, does that mean if it didn't fall on this list that it was okay for people to harass you? Well, now they've like tried to include, cover all the bases. Another thing is they put out if you have a transgender coworker, how to what that means. So you basically, I'm gonna give that to my boss, and I actually have a meeting tomorrow with my boss, and I'm really super nervous about it. Um, but I'm excited at the same time because I feel like my coworkers kind of know, something's up. Like I said in another video, my boss called me when I was out at the other base, and he thought that he had the wrong number, because my voice was deeper. And I mean, I don't have a ton of hair, but I'm starting to get a lot of hair, and I'm not shaving because I would rather be me, and people think at work that I just have hair on my face, then come home and be like, well, I wish I could just have my gross little. I mean, they are kind of gross. Like it's like the high school sort of uh, beard thing going on. But you know what? This is something that I kind of am digging right now. But I mean, I shave it every once in a while. But I just kind of want to see where it's filling in. Anyway, point is, totally got off. Going in to talk to my boss, and that's definitely this next step. I talk to HR, then I tell my boss, then I'm gonna tell my coworkers. My boss could be 100% cool with it, but I just don't know. Um, in terms of telling my coworkers, after I tell them, then it's time to actually change my name. So it's pretty cool. It's happening. It's real. I hope by the end of July, that's my kind of timeline, I'll have my name changed, which would be awesome. I'm excited. So, anyway, um, oh, my bad. Federal government. I can put a link at the bottom here about the policies that Obama's campaign has raised and changed. Also, a link about transgender in the federal government. So basically, I mean, my job's safe, my healthcare's safe. They pay for, if you're female to male, they'll pay still for mammograms, pap smears. They'll pay for everything that you would have needed as your biological gender. It's it's better than a lot of healthcares that I've heard of. So I'm really surprised at how open they are and accepting and willing to take on this as a very conservative part of I don't know, America as a whole, federal government. So I'm excited to see where it's gonna go. Um, for the first time, I mean, this past week at work has been the best week because I felt like I belonged more. Not to get sappy or anything, but you do. Like if you feel like you're not accepted at work, I don't feel like putting in everything I can. This past week I put in everything, and like 100%. Then I also had a lot of fun with coworkers. It's crazy with the what a little bit of good news. Just knowing that you are accepted where you work, at least on a higher level. I don't know about my coworkers, what they're gonna think, but I can't lose my job. I won't be in debt. I'm going to have my benefits. As long as I do a good job at my job, I'm fine. So, thanks to the people who are supporting trans people in work, and yeah, I'm happy. I'm so happy. It's it's been a wild ride, so far, but it's getting better, and people say that that it always gets better, and I believe that. I believe it. So yeah. Anyway, so I'll put those links below. You can see about there's some things in the like how to treat a trans employee that I don't really agree with, but they're trying to understand and yeah, yeah. But anyway, pretty cool. All right, you guys have a good week, and I hope you find this helpful.